Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's session on what is business by design as part of SAP's overall strategy in the context of our Partner Innovation Day. My name is Rainer. I'm in charge of product management for both Business by Design and Business One, so our entire portfolio for the mid-market. Today, I will primarily talk about Business by Design because that's what this session is all about. Let's start with what Business by Design is all about. Business by Design is an integral part of SAP's overall ERP portfolio, and specifically the public cloud ERP portfolio. The first thing you need to understand is that we have two solutions in the public cloud space. We have Business by Design and we have S/4HANA Public Cloud. The key theme here is that we first need to understand the needs of the customer. So what kind of company are they? What are they searching for? And then we can decide what is the right solution. A lot of people have asked me, why do we now need two solutions? Wouldn't it be a lot easier if we do everything with one? Trust me, I'm asking this question more than once. And the answer is no, we need more than one solution. And the reason is that we see totally different buying behaviors in large enterprises and mid-market companies. The large enterprises are typically so much under competitive pressure that they say, in any case, I need the best of breed solution. I need the best possible CRM. I need the best possible human resource management system. I need the best possible sourcing solution in the network. I need the best this, the best that. And SAP, please provide me a digital core and allow me to attach all of these line of business solutions, be it from SAP or not from SAP, and integrate all and everything. That is the situation of the large enterprises. In return, they understand the complexity of such an endeavor. They have the people who can manage such an environment. And for them, this is the perfect choice. That is the target market of S/4HANA. In addition, we have our mid-market customers. And when I tell them the story about all of the things that I just talked about, they say, hey, that's great. And one day when I'm really grown up, I want to have exactly the same thing. But for now, number one, I don't have an IT organization. And you know what? I don't even want to have one. So give me a solution that works out of the box where I have the shortest possible time to value. And that is why we developed Business by Design as an integrated suite. Integrated suite means we have our business processes. They all work together. We've pre-integrated all of them. But also Business by Design is open for integration. So if you believe that the expense and reimbursement management component in Business by Design for travel and expense management is not good enough, feel free to integrate by design with Concur. We deliver the integration scenario out of the box and you can use it. But for the vast majority of my customers, by design as it is good enough. So what is Business by Design? As I said, it's an end-to-end suite, 35 business processes, and you can see on the slide all of the different aspects, be it CRM, financials, human resource management, project management, sourcing, and so on and so on. So you have all of the capabilities that you need. I have the opportunity relatively often to talk to customers who are using by design for multiple years. And I tend to ask them, hey, number one, why did you buy Business by Design? And was it the superior sales experience that you had? Was it the amazing architecture? Is it SAP smashing HANA database that motivated you to sign the contract? And mostly they tell me, no, none of them. What I wanted when I signed the contract was I wanted a library of business processes that helps me to transform my company from where we are today to a much more disciplined, to a much more agile company. And that is what I need Business by Design for. So if we look at why companies buy it, they buy it because of this aspect, which I describe as suite in a box. The second aspect is equally important to the customers. They say, looking back, we're using by design now for a couple of years, what has it done for me? One customer once paraphrased it very nicely. He said, number one, it kept my CEO out of jail. which simply means you can do your financials, you will not run into trouble with your financial auditors. Every document that you need to present during an audit is always available at your fingertips. That's good to know. The second key thing is ByDesign makes companies smarter. I always tell the story of a customer of mine who said, Rainer, you have no clue how many people walk into my office and say, we should do more with this customer. We should do more in this region. We should do more with this product. And he says, in the past, he said, well, I hope I know, or I hope people know what they're talking about, and we invested. He says, today, I bring up the profitability analysis in ByDesign, by product, by customer, by region, and I make a well-educated decision. And that helps me to spend my money or put my investment much wiser than I ever did before. Third aspect is most companies tell me, okay, we are investing now in an ERP platform, but we don't want to do this every second or third year. I need a platform which can grow with me. And what the companies primarily want is they want to decouple their revenue growth from their IT spend. So this ability to grow is absolutely essential. What am I doing to help my customers to fulfill on this promise? Number one, for example, I work a lot with Intel, and we test drive Intel's latest hardware in business by design scenarios. None of my customers will ever need 80,000 invoices per hour. But it is very important for them to know that ByDesign scales up if they need it. Like it is good for them to know that the largest ByDesign customer at the moment has 8,750 users on a single tenant. Is this relevant in the mid-market? No, definitely not. The sweet spot for business by design is rather between 50 and 500 users. But it's good to know for the others that that's possible. Last but not least, for the companies, the continuous innovation is key. Continuous innovation, first of all, is something very basic. It means that all 3 months we perform for the customer an upgrade to the latest release. So if you needed to be GDPR compliant by May 2018, what we did was we provided all of the required capabilities in the system, in the release before that, and all of my customers were active. When I remember the old days when we had on-premise software, I knew customers who said, well, the initial implementation cost me $200,000. The first upgrade cost me another $180,000. So that is all gone in the cloud. And the second aspect of continuous innovation, and I'll come to that in a minute, is everything around the intelligent enterprise. So if we now look at where is business by design? Is it actually used in the market? I haven't heard a lot about it. And yes, SAP primarily talks about what we're doing with business by design, but what are we primarily doing with S4? But ByDesign enjoys a healthy growth for many, many years. So it's now that more than 4,600 companies are using business by design to run their daily business. You see the impressive number of business documents that we are catering for. Let me call out two more things. ByDesign is used today in 137 countries. That is a key thing because most of my customers are busy in more than one country. And many of my customers who are subsidiaries of large enterprises rather work in remote locations. So therefore, the ability to have all of these countries that you can build country versions on your own is absolutely key. The second number that I want to call out are the more than 4,000 add-ons that partners have built really to close the gap of the last mile. This is absolutely mission critical for my customers because, as I said, they don't have an IT organization, they don't want to have an IT organization, but the system needs to match what they really need. Therefore, extensibility via add-ons is absolutely key. I've already talked about the globalization. Business by design right now comes with 19 and very soon with 20 countries where we provide the localization. In addition, because we have a lot of experience in SAP, with rollouts into all possible countries around the world, we provide two things. For those countries which we know, we provide pre-configured content, and that makes the implementation a lot easier. Still, work needs to be done with your local chartered accountant, but it's a fairly straightforward way. And at the bottom of the page, you can see country versions here, only a few examples where customers have actually built the country versions, because as you may know, I can't write a business case for Serbia, for Bosnia, or for Croatia. But for my customers, these are key countries, and therefore they are very grateful that they can build country versions on their own. Now let's talk about one of the key themes which we believe will dominate the discussion for the next couple of years. About all 7 to 10 years, we get to a point where suddenly we have technologies available to us which we didn't have in the past. And we believe that we are at such an inflection point once again. We now have capabilities, thanks to the internet, thanks to the enormous amounts of CPU cycles which are available to us, and thanks to the enormous amount of main memory that is available to us, we can build new applications that we couldn't build years ago. And that is what SAP paraphrases as the digital enterprises. So what we want to do is we want to deliver a digital core for our customers, but we want to surround the core with additional capabilities so that they can drive the most intelligent decisions out of the data that they collect, out of the processes that they run. So SAP's mission in life is to, number one, deliver an integrated suite, in my case, Business by Design and Business One. In the case of my friends from S4, they provide you with the SAP S4 solution. Then we deliver you a whole array of the integrated technologies that come with SAP, most notably everything around the Internet of Things. We also add capabilities here for everything around data management, large amount of data. We provide you with the capabilities in the area of blockchain, and we provide you with capabilities in the field of machine learning. These topics sometimes sound fairly abstract. Therefore, what my team is mostly doing is we are talking to customers who are using these techniques today. For example, I have customers in the tea production area who use blockchain technology today to provide evidence to their customer where the tea was grown, in which plantation it was actually done. And they want everybody to be able to see what was the route that the tea took from the plantation to the end consumer. I have customers who work a lot with sensors in machines to do predictive analytics and see what is possible there. I have customers who say data does not grow in one central database, but in a distributed array of databases. And I need to then aggregate the data up. So these are all use cases which we collect and where we make it possible to use them in Business by Design. Last but not least, what you need is you need a digital platform, because I can provide you the services, but specifically when it comes to the intelligent enterprise, it is always key to adjust them to the specific requirements in a company. And that is done via SAP's digital platform, the SAP Cloud Platform. So these slides show some of the examples, and I'm sure you will have access to the slide sets later, where you can see the use cases. I've already talked about a few of them. Let me call out here one more at the top left. These are the Alexa integrations. So you can use non-traditional UIs also in a by design context. We published a couple of YouTube videos on this example where people use, for example, a chatbot environment to report back on time, or people use an Alexa environment for voice-activated things that they want to do in the warehouse. So the intelligent enterprise is a reality today. Our mission in life is to provide the digital suite. Our mission in life is to provide the digital platform. And our mission in life is to provide you with all of the technologies that you need to move forward. To move forward, it is essential that you can really tailor the solution to your specific requirements. And that is what this picture depicts here. When we built Business by Design, we analyzed hundreds of SAP implementations, and we asked the customers and partners, so what did you change during the implementation? And what we did with Business by Design, we added all of these extensibility capabilities into the system. The key thing was that we wanted to make it possible to do as many adjustment activities as possible as a key user, so without programming. Towards the right side of the fan on this slide here, you will see areas where you would add new business objects, new logic, where you would build out complex analytical scenarios. That is what we provide the SAP Cloud Application Studio for as a software development kit, so that you can also extend the solution to your specific needs. What we do in addition is that we provide our customers and partners always with a one-year perspective on what we intend to do. Here you see the latest roadmap for Business by Design. You see the next 4 quarters. I'm not going to talk you through the details here, but it is very important if you go to sap.com/roadmaps and you look for Business by Design, you will always find, and that's a fairly thick presentation, always a very detailed point of view on what we intend to do in the next 12 months. So specifically for the partners, this is key, that if they plan to do a certain investment, that they have a point where they can check out, is SAP planning to do the same thing, or engage in a conversation with us whether this is a good idea to build that capability or not. Many partners ask me, well, Rainer, is there a way to actually make money in the public cloud? And my answer is yes, definitely. So compared to the past, yes, there is a difference between selling an on-premise deal where you get the money basically at the contract closure, and a subscription deal where you get, let's say if it's a 3 years contract, only a third of the money right now. But where you get to is a much more robust business model. So from a financial standpoint, the model is actually very attractive. Some customers and some partners ask me, well, what do the most successful partners do? How do you differentiate between those ones who really got it and those ones who are on their way? And this slide calls out that those partners who put packages together are significantly more important than others. And what I see is that these partners have more leads, they have more opportunities, they are financially a lot more successful, and they deliver the projects at a lower risk because they sat down first and built a package for what they want to do, for the micro vertical that they want to address, for the horizontal capability that they want to bring to the table. They put it in a package, they sell the package is clearly understood, also to the SAP sales colleagues, and then they are a lot more successful in the market compared to others. Last slide, as a summary of my presentation, here you find the keywords again, why I believe that Business by Design is such a fantastic opportunity for partners in the Business by Design environment. You can address the entire mid-market with this public cloud solution. You can add your own intellectual property and put it into the packages that I just talked about, and you can be absolutely sure that your investment is safe, because with all of the capabilities that SAP is adding, both from the functional standpoint as well as from the intelligent enterprise perspective, you have a rock solid and really compelling offering. Thanks a lot for your interest in Business by Design, and I'm looking forward working with you on this topic.